Hello, Year 10. Hope you're doing well. The exciting thing is, a lot of you are actually going to be coming into school after this week, so this will be the last full week of digital learning for a lot of you, which is super exciting. I'm sure a lot of you are like me, where this does get quite boring after a while, fair enough. I know I'm missing the classroom just as much as some of you are probably. So hopefully we'll all be together soon. But this last week of digital learning, before we start going intermittently back into school, we're going to go into a revision phase. Now, the first one up is a shape unit. We're going to start with perimeter. Perimeter is a topic you've been seeing since year 7. This should be kind of old material in a way, but obviously, every time old material gets brought up, we do try and push a little bit farther and a little bit farther with that skill set. So, obviously, we're not going to be adding just random numbers around a shape, which you've been doing since year 7. Let's incorporate more algebra based skills, collecting like terms, that sort of thing. So, like always, please make sure you're pausing this video whenever you need to. I want you to be able to go at your own pace. I'm going to be doing a question, giving you time to try it on your own, and then showing you the solutions so we can try and do this as best we can to duplicate what we do in a classroom. But obviously, it's not the same. But we are going to do this. We're going to be fine. We're going to work hard, and hopefully, we'll see each other in the next couple of weeks. So here we go, perimeter. Now, don't forget, perimeter is the outside distance. I love this picture up here because the two get interchanged too often. Perimeter is the outside distance. I always think of a perimeter, weirdly enough, as prisons need guards to walk the perimeter to make sure no one escapes the prison. That's how I always remember perimeter. So, perimeter is that outside distance. The first one I'm going to do is here we have what looks like to be a regular polygon. Regular, don't forget, means all the sides are the same. And it looks like we've been given an expression to represent the side. So we need to write an expression to represent the perimeter. Now, whenever you've been given a regular shape, it actually makes your life a little bit easier because think of it this way. All of these sides will be the same expression since they're congruent. So all we have to think about is how many of these equal sides do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can either add 6 of these together, which is the long way to do it, quite tedious. The quick way, which what I'm going to do, is let's just multiply our expression by 6. So I have 6 of the quantity 4x plus 3y. Please, 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 don't forget your bracket. You must multiply both terms, or every single term if there were more than 2, by 6. So in this case, the perimeter would be 24x plus 18y. Now these are not like terms because they don't have the same variable being raised to the same power. You're actually done at this phase. It doesn't look like they gave us a unit. This could be centimeters, meters, we're not entirely sure. So I'm just going to leave it. Final answer of 24x plus 18y. Can you please now do this one? All right, here we go. I'm going to see if you got it correct. Hopefully you notice these are all the same expression. Again, because it's a regular shape. It looks like, again, we have a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so we have a regular hexagon. Let's take this expression and multiply it by 6 and see what we get. Again, hopefully you've multiplied both terms by 6. So our total perimeter here would be 42x plus 18y for full marks. I'm really hopeful that's what you got. Now let's take a look at a similar skill set again, perimeter, but in a little bit of a different light. Given the expression for the perimeter of the stated regular polygon, again, that gives us a lot of information, same size of sides, same sides are the same size, that'd probably be better. Write an expression to represent one of the lengths. Okay, one of the lengths. A square has a perimeter of 24x plus 32y. First off, how many sides does a square have? 4, which means that 4 of the same, think about what we just did, 4 of the same expression was multiplied, so 4 times something, or 4 of them were added together, however, and got this. So if we think backwards, how can I solve for one side? Well, if I divide every single quantity by 4, it will give me the expression that was originally here. So let's do that. Let's divide both sides by 4. Clean this up a little bit. 4, perfect. 4, 4. So the original side length, let's actually write that. Side length. 24 divided by 4 is 6x plus 32 divided by 4 is 8. So all of those four sides were 6x plus 8y. Cool. All right, can you please, again, really similar, take a second, pause if you need to, but can you find me the side of this octagon? So that's the perimeter. What's one side length? All right, let's find out. I'm hopeful that you noticed an octagon. Octopus, 8 legs, so 8 congruent sides. So we then divide both of these by 8. So one side length for this octagon would be 3x plus 4y for full marks. Hopefully we're 2 for 2. We're building up some momentum here, which is great. And it leads us into our final question for today. Now, this question is going to be similar to the ones you're seeing on Heggetty today. You're going to be asked to do the skill we just went over, but then you also might be asked to solve for the unknown variable. So in this case, notice they gave us what the total perimeter is, and they ask us to find the unknown value. So we have to actually solve for x. What is x's value? This is huge. We can't actually solve for x unless we were told what the total perimeter is. Reason being is we're going to use the same skill set to come up with an expression for the perimeter, but if we know the perimeter is 32, remember that is also represents an equals. So we can set our expression equal to 32 and solve for x. How great is that? What do these tick marks mean in a diagram? So I want you to think about these tick marks mean that these two sides are the same. So 7x minus 4 represents both of these sides. We have an isosceles triangle. Let's go ahead and add up all of our sides. First thing I'm also going to do before I do that, I just noticed that this is still in a bracket. Let's expand that to get 4x plus 4. All right, perimeter time. Let's see, we have 7x plus 7x plus 4x. Well, 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 4 would get me 18 total x's. I then have a -4, a -4, and a +4. Right away, I'm noticing these would cancel each other out to get 0, which means I'd just be left with a -4. So our total perimeter here is 18x minus 4. Now, we would be done on the previous question, but now on this new question, we know this is equal to 32. So let's set it equal to 32, and we'll solve. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. I end up getting 36 equals 18x. I'm then going to divide both sides by 18 to get a value of x equals 2. How nice is that? Perfect. Okay, here we go. It's your time to shine. Can you please, knowing that this isosceles triangle's perimeter is only 8 centimeters, what is the value of x?